This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a proposal to downgrade Lumsden Maternity Centre brings angry opponents out on the street in protest. A motorist captures proof that some Dunedin road manners are just plain rubbish. And a Southland Heritage Month exhibition shows positive changes for New Zealand women since 1893. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Hundreds of adults and children took to the streets to march on Saturday morning in Lumsden. The large group voiced their anger at the proposal to downgrade the Lumsden Maternity Centre. Mina Amso reports.
Out in force, hundreds of people marched in Lumsden last weekend to voice their anger over the possible downgrading to the town's maternity centre. The march was led by the centre's midwife, Sarah Stokes, and Clutha Southland MP, Hamish Walker.
My question is to the PM, Jacinda Ardern. If she's in labour, baby on its way, then having to travel the distance between Morrinsville and Auckland, 130 kilometres, the same distance a mother in Te Anau will have to travel.
The change means the maternity centre would look after women before and after pregnancy only, and mothers in labour would face a 2-hour drive from places like Te Anau to get to Southland Hospital in Invercargill to give birth. Stokes says this may force women in labour to give birth on the side of the road. The proposed downgrade is part of a Southern maternity system of care shake-up by the Southern District Health Board. The Southern District Health Board say the proposal offers flexibility in that maternal and child hubs could be scaled up to become primary birthing units if birth numbers and workforce availability change. But Northern Southland Health Company chairwoman Kerry Smith says closing the facility will mean losing it forever.
As Te Anau and Queenstown grow, we are already seeing young families relocate to places like Lumsden because of the housing crisis. This is a good thing.
3,500 people have already signed the petition to keep the maternity centre as it is. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Following on from that story, people who signed the petition to keep maternity services in Lumsden were sent an email from the National Party asking for donations. The party has apologised after information about people who signed up for 2 of its petitions, including one about the Lumsden Maternity Centre, was used to solicit donations. Some who signed were left annoyed when they began receiving emails asking them to donate to the party. It's understood more than 2,400 people were affected. A party spokesperson agreed that there had been a small error. A Dunedin motorist has captured footage of bad driving on city streets. The video includes a bag of rubbish being thrown from a car window, followed by a foul-mouthed tirade.
This dashcam footage shows a white Toyota Corolla holding up traffic in Dunedin's Crawford Street on February the 22nd. As the car drives off, a passenger hurls a bag of rubbish at a passing car. Our driver takes the opportunity to pull up beside the white Toyota Corolla and remonstrates with the litterbug. This is met with a tirade of abuse, and our driver later commented the passenger did not sound stable at all.
It's everything in here. You would have a problem. What? You would have a problem. You would have a problem.
When the lights change, the Corolla swerves in front of straight-ahead traffic, crossing 2 lanes and speeds off. The driver who captured the video reported the incident to the police the same day using the Community Roadwatch form. Police said they are attempting to locate the offending driver. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Police are searching for a man who was seen allegedly performing an indecent act on the main street of Port Chalmers on Saturday. A Dunedin police spokesman says they were called late Saturday afternoon after reports of a man in his 60s with long white hair and a beard engaged in an indecent act on George Street in public view. Police say the man was described by a witness as being about 6 feet tall, wearing a red polo shirt and blue jeans. No arrests have been made and police are appealing for help in locating the alleged offender. Southland Heritage Month is showing how far things have progressed for New Zealand women since 1893. 2018 marks 125 years since women gained the right to vote, and Heritage South has opened a pop-up suffrage museum to celebrate the milestone. Sharon Rees has more.
An advertisement addressing Epicene women from around 1893 recommends women attend only to the domestic affairs for which nature designed them. It hangs at the Southland Heritage Month pop-up museum to show the struggle women faced in order to gain the right to vote 125 years ago.
They were pretty blunt about it, and some people were really not happy about women getting the vote in 1893, and the guy who made that, I think it was an ad from the newspaper, made it pretty clear that he was not impressed about that idea, so we've got that displayed here too.
The pop-up museum displays items used by women in the late 19th century and includes a timeline of events since 1893. Amundsen said the idea of the museum was to showcase just how far women's rights have progressed.
How far have we come, but how far do we still have to go? So that includes some information about, what's changed over the last 125 years for women in terms of, different rights and, legislation and things like that. But also some oral history extracts that we've got playing in the background there.
Crafters are also displaying their different skill sets over the week and are giving visitors to the museum some hands-on experience. The Southland Heritage Pop-Up Museum will run until Saturday. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today. Want to learn more about the conditions factory farm animals really live in? We check out a new virtual reality experience that allows you to do this. And the town of Howarden celebrates its 112th annual AMP show.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air. At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
Hi, Lindsay at Alex Campbell Menswear. We have our 3 stores on sale. It's our summer clearance sale. Look at all these t-shirts, 50% off. Look at all these polo shirts, 50% off. Look at all these woven shirts, short sleeves, 50% off. And there's more. Shorts, all these shorts, 50% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But wait, there's more. 25% off all our regular lines off the normal price.
The Terminus Apartments, where heritage meets modern sophistication and where the past is Dunedin's future. These 1 or 2 bedroom apartments are fitted with modern amenities, room to move and spectacular harbour and city views. Contact us now to have your piece of luxury.
Why wait for seed to germinate? Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Free heart transmission. Please open your heart.
Chi is flowing freely. Chi is nourishing. Chi is loving.
Call Sunny Chin for peace in your heart.
Welcome back. A new virtual reality experience is allowing the viewer to experience a 360-degree view of living conditions for animals on factory farms. Farm 360 is touring nationwide and captured the attention of passers-by in Dunedin today.
Animal welfare organisation SAFE is the first to tour New Zealand with these virtual reality headsets which take the public into the sheds and cages of farmed animals.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty bad. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that.
It's a great tool, but it's gonna take me a while to get over that, I think, yeah.
I'm here on the Otago Museum lawn about to try out Farm 360, a virtual reality system which gives an animal's eye view of life in captivity on a commercial farm. The new virtual reality footage, filmed in New Zealand by volunteer investigators from Farm Watch, shows chickens bred for meat and packed into sheds for 4 to 6 weeks before they're slaughtered, layer hens confined in colony cages, and mother pigs trapped in narrow crates.
In our heads we have this ideal, green grass and free range being completely free range, but with no confinement, but it's not the case. And if people can see the meat that they're eating, it may make them think, I don't want to participate in this anymore.
Farm 360 forms part of SAFE's Beyond Factory Farming campaign. The 360-degree footage is also available for people to view online or at home and use with their own headsets or smartphones. For several years, SAFE has led the charge against factory farming, resulting in a ban on battery cages, which comes into place in 2022, and a ban on sale stalls since 2015. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
The town of Howerton in North Canterbury held their 112th annual AMP show on Saturday. The South Today was on scene to admire the animals and produce.
Rain held off for the crowds to enjoy one of the biggest sheep shows in Canterbury on Saturday. While cattle judging had been canned due to Microplasma bovis, sheep judging drew a lot of attention. Huranui Mayor Winton Daly said he was pleased that the district had recovered from 3 years of drought.
And as we look around today, just a magnificent sight. The countryside is green and lush and a lot of feed, so we couldn't wish for anything more. It's just fantastic, and the stock of course are reflecting that, a magnificent lineup of quality animals at this show. So this event is about finding the champion sheep of the entire show. So we do that by sections. So we judge the wool breeds to get the champion of all wool breeds, and then we judge all the meat breeds. Once we've got a champion of both of those breeds, we bring the two animals together and judge off for the supreme champion animal of the show.
Local Howerton farmer Penny Lofhagen won Supreme Champion Sheep with her Suffolk ewe, and Cheviot farmer Ian Stevenson was runner-up. Huranui Mayor Winton Daly had some awards awaiting him as well. His white Pekin Drake won Best Duck, and some of his flowers and vegetables were champions too. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
A 110-strong fleet of vintage cars converged on Greymouth this weekend. Many American and English-made vehicles were on display for an eager public when they weren't cruising around the West Coast.
Members of the West Coast Vintage Car Club met this weekend at the Civic Centre before heading out en masse for the Scenic Land Coal Trail Rally. Two groups aimed for Blaketown and two other teams of drivers headed for Cobden. West Coast Vintage Car Club President Alan Giles says after completing trials in Blaketown, the two groups also headed over the Cobden Bridge. West Coast Vintage Car Club President Alan Giles says after completing trials in Blaketown, those two groups also headed over the Cobden Bridge. Giles says drivers went to Blackball to take in trade union and mining history, and then onto the Reefton Racecourse around 2 p.m. for a gymkhana. He says the rally ended with a dinner at Shantytown for the 197 drivers and crew. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, it's a sad day for Plunket Shield fans as pitch safety concerns halt the 8th round matchup between Canterbury and Auckland, and the Dunedin City Council has Airbnb accommodation on the agenda at a public forum.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Why wait for seed to germinate? Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
"135 Cumberland Street is a brand new, recently listed Category 1 heritage building right in Dunedin's warehouse precinct. Only a short walk to the Octagon in the central city. These are warm, well-insulated, self-contained apartments with all you need for a short or long stay. With beautiful views onto the harbour, these Airbnbs at 135 Cumberland Street come highly recommended for your stay in Dunedin.
Interior designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation, or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Oh, I'm not happy with this product demonstration, Ralphie. Oh, relax. It's all about balance. The balance between softness and strength. And my balance is perfect.
So we won't fall.
Of course not.
Hi, Ralphie.
Oh, hey, you. Whoa.
You fell for it.
Yep, I fell for it.
Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
I'm cotton soft on the environment too.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
Thanks for staying with us. The 8th round Plunket Shield match between Canterbury and the Auckland Aces at Main Power Oval, Rangiora, was abandoned this morning because of safety concerns over the pitch. Only 3 overs were bowled on the first session of the third day before the umpires removed players and abandoned the game. Andrew Rogers of New Zealand Cricket says the umpires took the action on the basis of safety after the ball behaved erratically off the pitch. New Zealand Cricket says there will be an investigation. A public forum held today at the Dunedin City Council saw the contentious issue of Airbnb accommodation on the agenda. Roselle LeBone has more.
The Airbnb proposed visitor accommodation rate had a mixed response from guest accommodation providers at a Dunedin City Council public forum today. One member of the public spoke about how the unchecked rise of Airbnb in Dunedin was threatening her livelihood and her future retirement.
The simple version is that I took a substantial financial hit as a result of the bed and breakfast rating changes, and my efforts to ensure I have a modest, comfortable retirement are now being threatened.
Dr. Julia Charity, who launched the Look After Me digital hotel in Dunedin early this year, discussed how platforms like Airbnb can revolutionise tourism but also cause unintended damage to the community.
As this access or sharing economy grows in Dunedin, we need to have a little rigour around how that's mandated and checked, because if it's left unchecked and council doesn't understand how many bed nights are booked through these non-commercial platforms, then there can be some surprises and things can grow quite quickly.
Lyndon Wiggery says all the options have been canvassed in a report, but now the council needs the courage to get moving.
They just don't have the courage. I mean, the mayor's getting very close to saying, well, look, there are planning issues, you know, associated here, as well as rating everything. They need to sort of start moving. Otherwise, we're going to have somebody, you know, burn the Airbnb down and somebody get killed.
Charity is proposing community council and private business works together. She suggests Airbnbs with more than 28 days of guest nights, except they will give 1% to their local council. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Thousands of Southlanders headed to Oreti Beach on Sunday to participate in the city's annual Surf to City. The event offered a range of distances for participants to bike, walk or run. Sharon Rees has more.
It was a huge effort from around 3,500 Southlanders on Sunday participating in the Invercargill City Council's Surf to City. The 12-kilometre run from Oreti Beach was a favourite for cyclists this year, while some of the younger participants preferred the 6 and 3-kilometre distances. Organisers said the day ran smoothly, with the weather being a big contributing factor.
Oh, it's gone absolutely fantastic. We've got about 3,500 people from the community right around Southland here today, and you know, given the weather at the start of the week, great to have such an awesome day today.
Invercargill City Councillor Ian Pottinger was one of 71 council staff members to participate, and while he was definitely feeling it after his 12-kilometre run, he said the accomplishment was well worth it.
You really understand why Surf to City is the way to do it. Finishing in the park is amazing. Coming up that straight feels so good. Mind you, that finishing line seems a long way away.
There were some red faces crossing the finish line, but McDermott said participants seemed to be pleased with their own efforts.
I've been on the finish line and just seeing everyone come along with their sense of achievement, whether it be kids, older people, it's been awesome.
Participants celebrated their success at the finish line in Queen's Park, with some spot prizes putting a smile on some young faces. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Hundreds of adults and children took to the streets on Saturday morning in Lumsden to march against the proposed downgrade of the Lumsden Maternity Centre. A Dunedin motorist has captured footage of bad driving on city streets. The video includes a bag of rubbish being thrown out from a car window, followed by a foul-mouthed tirade. And 2018 marks 125 years since women gained the right to vote. Heritage South has opened up a pop-up suffrage museum to celebrate the milestone. And now it's time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Paul Gorman. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Well, we've been chasing the Otago rabbit poisoning. We've had stories about North Otago. The carrots have been deployed there, and tonight the same will be happening on the Taieri. So we're going to be out there just to see how they do that. The name of the poison's escaped me, but it's a lot of farmers are hoping it's going to work. So we'll be following that this evening on the Taieri. An interesting story, Otago Regional Council report on the flood protection scheme on the Taieri as well, and there are some concerns after the floods in July last year that if there was a big earthquake it may not hold up, and there'd be a lot of flooding with the river overtopping, so that's quite a good story as well. Also a nice story, a historian has written a book about Dunedin's old Chinese fruit and veg shops, the greengrocers. They used to be in George Street, Caversham. Some lovely photos we're going to run tomorrow of the old shops with all the old pricing and the colourful fruit, so that's good. And tomorrow's column, I've written about very big mushrooms. So if anyone's got any photos of huge fungi at their place, it'd be great to see them. Yeah.
So something for everyone, including fungi.
Yep.
Wonderful, thank you for that. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MolMap.
Today's southern view is of autumn colour hitting Dunedin CBD. Looking at the situation, there are cold fronts in the South Tasman Sea, with the northwesterly airflow ahead of these fronts coming to the west and south tomorrow, plus warm temperatures nearer the coast. Much colder southwesterly air will arrive on Wednesday with gusty winds and plenty of rain through to Thursday. Looking at the southern area, Balclutha and Catlins can expect fresh winds, cloud increasing and 17. Gore and Lumsden are in for fresh winds, rain later on and 16 degrees. Moving westwards to central, people in Alexandra and Queenstown should prepare for gusty winds with 21 degrees for Alexandra and 18 for Queenstown. In Tiana, fresh winds, rain and 15 degrees are predicted, while in Wanaka expect gusty winds and 19 degrees. Up to the northern towns, Oamaru and Timaru are in for fresh winds, high cloud and 23. Oamaru and Twizel can expect gusty winds, high cloud and 19 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, mostly fine with an overnight low of 14. Tomorrow warm and sunny periods and high cloud and moderate to fresh northerly winds. Rain developing tomorrow night, a high of 24 and a low of 13. And cloudy and cold on Wednesday with periods of rain, strong gusty south to southwest winds 13 and 10. And in Invercargill tonight, cloud increasing with an overnight low of 12. Tomorrow cloudy with rain developing during the morning and freshening northwesterly winds, colder southwesterlies developing tomorrow night, 17 and 9. And cloudy on Wednesday with periods of rain and strong cold southwesterlies, 11 and a low of 7. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.